health and wellness Q&A. I asked you gals to share some of your common fitness, wellness, nutrition questions with me over on Instagram, and we're gonna be answering them over here on the vlog channel. I'm gonna break these questions up into different categories. So we're gonna kick it off with protein and supplements. Is protein powder taken by people who go to the gym only? I work out at home and have never been to the gym. Protein powder is for anybody, whether you work out or don't work out. So protein powder is essentially just a protein supplement. And when I say supplement, I mean that it is here to help supplement your daily protein intake. So it's not necessary for everybody, but anybody could take it if they want to increase their protein intake for the day. So if you're somebody who is struggling to add more protein into your diet, protein powder can be a really great way to sneak in extra protein. You could do it through adding a scoop of protein into your oats, into some yogurt, into a smoothie, drinking it with just water, or even drinking it with some milk. I will have linked below one of my favorite proteins. I get this protein on Amazon and it is the Ascent protein. It is seriously one of my favorites. It mixes really well, and all I use is a little milk frother, which is also a great hack if you want to mix up your protein. And then the second protein that is my favorite, I get this one at Sam's Club, and it is the raw protein, and it's just a whey protein by the brand Raw. So if you want to increase your protein intake, using a protein powder supplement can definitely help. How do you calculate how much protein should be consumed each day? Determining how much protein everybody needs is going to be very different based on your goals, based on your fitness levels, based on your current activity. There's a lot of different things that go into it, but I'm going to attach a chart here, and I've shared this quite a few times on my Instagram as well, but this is just a really great guideline to kind of determine around how many grams of protein you should be taking in on a day-to-day basis. In the way that this graph is set up, it is set up so that your body weight is actually in kilograms. So for my babes in the US that aren't used to seeing kilograms, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your body weight, divide it by 2.2, and that is your weight in kilograms. So you can base this and do the math of this off of your body weight in kilograms to determine how many grams of protein you should be eating in a day. Eggs are a great protein source for many people, but I have an egg allergy. What can I eat instead? As somebody who actually does not really like eggs, yes, I know. It's very rare. I feel like most people love eggs, but there's definitely a group of us that get the egg ick, and that is me. But a great substitute for eggs is to sometimes even implement things like yogurt, or you could even implement a protein powder in the morning if maybe you find it hard to eat more traditional breakfasts because you do have an egg allergy. Another alternative would be to do things like turkey bacon, or maybe turkey or chicken sausage with some type of carb source, like maybe even a sweet potato, or you could even just do oats or something more traditional. Okay, now we're gonna get into the nutrition and eating habits category. What do you eat in a day? I feel like this could be a whole video entirely on its own. So comment down below if you want to see a full day of eating and some meal inspiration. I'm a pretty simple girl, but my food has to taste good. What do your steps and working out schedule look like? Currently, I'm trying to hit 10,000 steps a day. I spend a lot of time either in front of a camera doing a workout, which if I do that, then that's normally my workout for the day. And then the rest of my days are just spent writing client programs or sitting at a computer. So there's not a lot of activity in my day-to-day life, and I spend a lot of time pretty sedentary. So I'm working really, really hard on increasing my steps, and I set a goal to hit 10,000 a day. And I picked this because I know that this is something that I have done in the past. And if I am able to do this, that means that I'm spending a good portion of my day getting up, moving, and not just sitting around all day. So what I do to hit this right now is I try to wake up and do a 30-minute walk at least. Sometimes I'm able to do a little bit more if I wake up really early and if my schedule allows for it. And if not, then I'll just try to do short 10-minute walks throughout the day. Because I work from home, I do kind of have that luxury of being able to just step outside and try to go for a quick walk. But if you don't have that and you have something like a walking pad or a standing desk, those are both two really great ways to kind of sneak in your steps without even thinking of actually going for a walk. And as for my workout plan right now, I have been following the beginner versus advanced series, and girl, my legs are sore. This is a new series that's actually on my YouTube channel, Kirra, where I have all of my workouts, and I'd love for you to follow along. It's a super fun plan where there's a beginner version and an advanced version of every single exercise. So as you're going through the workout, you can pick and choose which version you want to follow. So if there are certain movements that maybe you're struggling with, you can do the beginner version, or if there are certain movements that you've really nailed down and you want to challenge yourself with, you can do the advanced version. Do you ever have cheat days or meals, or do you think they're detrimental? This is a really good question because I am actually somebody who has tried to remove the whole cheat meal, cheat day concept from my life completely. Because whenever I think, oh, I'm gonna cheat, I'm gonna have this piece of cake, or I'm gonna have this dessert, it tends to put me in this cycle of food guilt, when in reality, you should not have to feel guilty for having dessert or for having maybe some foods that you don't normally have when you're on vacation or out with friends. You should not have to feel guilty for having those things in your day-to-day life. Those can all be implemented into your nutrition habits and lifestyle as a whole. So I'm a big believer in removing the cheat day, cheat meal kind of mentality, and just trying to view every meal and every food source as an opportunity to better fuel your body and also to just have a better life experience, we'll say. So for example, if I have friends coming into town and I know that at home we're gonna have breakfast pretty easy, then I'll have my normal go-to breakfasts. But then if I know later on we're gonna go out for lunch and we might have a drink or two, I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna bother trying to eat less when I go out or have no drinks. Like, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna enjoy myself. And I'm gonna stop eating when I'm feeling full. And then same goes for dinner or anything like that. If we were to have dessert at night, I'm gonna probably enjoy dessert. And maybe I don't finish the entire dessert if I'm full, or maybe I do. I just personally, and with my clients, I always try to remove the mentality of a cheat day and a cheat meal, because these are all things that you can have guilt-free in your routine when you are continuously fueling your body properly too. What's your take on intermittent fasting? It's something that kind of already effortlessly fits into your lifestyle. So maybe you kind of already fast without even trying to do it, then you can absolutely do it. But for women, it's not always the most ideal route. And this is because of our different hormonal changes throughout the month. Restricting food in longer periods of time can sometimes spike cortisol and cause more stress in the body. So I always recommend listening to your body, eating when you are hungry and whenever you're able to, obviously. But for people who kind of work a more intensive lifestyle or are just really busy, like I know a lot of my friends that are nurses or work in the ER, they kind of already implement a fasting schedule because that's just what their work schedule easily allows for. So I would say if it's something that you enjoy and it fits seamlessly into your lifestyle, go for it. If you feel like it's not really for you, do not feel bad. You don't have to intermittent fast in order to get results. All right, now we're gonna talk cardio and muscle retention. Can you easily lose muscle through cardio? This is a really great question. So this is how you can lose muscle mass. You can lose muscle mass by under-eating severely, which puts your body into a really low calorie deficit. That can cause you to lose muscle mass over a prolonged period of time. And you can also lose muscle mass by not strength training. So if you are doing no strength training at all and you are only doing cardio, it's gonna be really hard for your body to maintain muscle mass. But if you are eating enough protein and if you are eating around a maintenance calorie level or even above, then your body is going to be able to maintain a little bit better that lean muscle mass that you have built. So if you're somebody who loves doing cardio, or maybe you want to start implementing running now that we're kind of getting into that spring, summertime season, I would suggest making sure you're having enough protein in your meals and that you're strength training at least maybe 2 to 3 times a week. They don't have to be super crazy sessions, but just strength training 2 to 3 times a week to help maintain and keep that lean muscle mass that you already have. Cardio workout with a weighted vest. Any benefits, or just extra hard on your joints? There's a lot of different views on this, and my personal view is if you really like it, absolutely go for it. It can definitely make your walks feel harder. In weighted vests specifically, I don't really have any problems with. Now, one thing I do tend to get weary of is wearing ankle weights on walks. And this is because adding that extra weight right on your ankles as you're walking, it can kind of tend to impact your gait, which is how you are walking. And so sometimes that can create actual discomfort in the hips, in the low back. So I don't love that personally, but a weighted vest, for most people I know it's very comfortable, it's easy to wear, and as long as you're maintaining good, strong posture and you are taking your walk, there's totally nothing wrong with it. It can definitely make your walk a little more challenging. Going into weight management in progress. Once your goal weight is reached, what should one do to maintain it? This is a really great question. So if you are somebody that's gone on a really extreme weight loss journey and now you've hit your goal weight, but you're kind of at a lower calorie point, like you're not eating a ton of calories, what I would suggest doing, and some people call this reverse dieting, but it's essentially just slowly, very, very slowly increasing your calorie intake. And as you do this, if you are strength training and doing cardio, staying active, you are going to be slowly building lean muscle mass, and this will also help to increase your metabolism. Because the more lean muscle mass you have, the faster and higher your metabolism is going to be. So you'll be able to still maintain right around your goal weight, as long as that's a healthy weight, while changing your body recomposition, while losing more body fat, maintaining your lean muscle, and improving your metabolism so that you're able to eat a little bit more food and you're not in this severe calorie deficit for a very extended period of time. If you have more questions specifically about your weight loss journey, feel free to email me. I would love to help you and even give you some extra support with some one-on-one coaching. How do you get over plateau? This is a really good one, and this is a challenging one because plateaus mentally will tax you. It is so frustrating when you have been doing everything right and then all of a sudden progress stops. Or when you've been doing everything right and all of a sudden you're going backwards. I actually recently made a post about how to get over a plateau and how to break through this, but some things that are going to help a lot are first, evaluating your sleep. I know this sometimes sounds crazy, but when you're not getting enough sleep, your body's not able to repair and recover, and this makes it a lot harder to lose body fat. The next thing I would suggest is to really look at the grand scheme of things of your workout plan. If you have been going really hard for 4 weeks, 6 weeks, even longer, it might actually be time to take a deload week. And this is where you're gonna do less intense exercise, so no HIIT workouts. You're gonna either use really lightweight or just take a week off of strength training. And during this time, you can take walks, you can do mobility, you can stretch, you could do a bike ride, swim, really easy, low impact movement that's easy to recover from. And whenever your body does this, it reduces the stress in your body, and this can help your body push forward and push past that plateau that you are going through. And I've also found with so many women, and in my own experience as well, when you give your body that time to rest, you will come back to your strength training workouts even stronger, possibly hitting new personal bests. Okay, the last question is workout gear, and I actually have an idea. I would love to do a video going over all my favorite workout gear because spending 10 years in the health and fitness space, believe me, I have tried just about everything out there, and I have found some really good affordable items and some more what I call like investment pieces that just last forever. So if you'd like to see a video going over kind of my full athletic wear wardrobe, drawer, closet, whatever you want to call it, comment down below and let me know because I would love to do that. But this question specifically said, what kind of biker shorts do you wear? Mine always roll up my thighs when I lift. And I will say, mine tend to do that too. But the ones that I think do it the least is my Lululemon Aligns. And I know these are a little bit more expensive of a legging short, but in my experience, they have been so worth it. I literally have had some of these shorts for 6+ years, and they are so comfortable. They just fit perfectly. And I will say, I have the 6-inch ones, so they're a little bit longer, and I kind of pull them up a little bit so the seam sits kind of better in my hip flexor area, like in my groin area, and then they don't tend to roll as much. Also, the waistband on these just stays put. It never slips, it never folds over, it never does anything funky. It is just the best. They are my favorite. I have yet to find a pair of shorts that actually really triumph my Lululemon Aligns. And I'm talking like in terms of quality, longevity, sizing, everything. But I have found some really, really, really close dupes. So if you would like to see those, let me know down below because I could talk athletic wear all day and I would love to make a video and share some of my faves with you. Those are all of the questions that we have for today. If you have any other questions that you want answered, please leave them down below. I am always responding back in the comments and I am more than happy to help answer any of your health and wellness questions. I'll see you in the next video.